My strength is 17th century authors.
Yeah, I know, right?
How about a 21st century author with Chris Cassamassa? How are you, Chris?
I'm doing great, man.
Man, we appreciate you taking the time. Give us a yell. All right, let's talk about Chris for a second. He's a martial art. You got in martial arts in 1969 at the age of 4, and you got your first black belt at the age of 10. Then you go on and you're a 4-time national open forms champion and then a 2-time national weapons champion. And now you got your 8th degree black belt. Is that all that? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay, let's get right to the point.
He is an author of Bully Proof Fitness. He's been an actor and a stuntman. Is that accurate, Chris?
Yes, that is correct.
Well, let's talk about the stunt work for a second. Okay, so you're a stunt man. You did the Clooney's part in Batman. How are you guys are stuntmen pretty much just adrenaline junkies like the movie Hooper? How relatable is the movie Hooper from Burt Reynolds to the real life of a stuntman?
Well, you're throwing back. You're dropping some Burt Reynolds Hooper on me?
Well, I was either going there or Colt Seavers.
It's the only one.
Yeah. It's pretty much like that. It's a job just like any other job. It just happens to have a little bit more adrenaline and fun attached to it, and you get to hang around, movie sets and wear cool outfits. But yeah, and I kind of got into that almost by accident because, like you said, I was competing out on the pro tour, and I got scouted out by some producers and directors that were looking for talent, and they came up to me and a few other guys, asked if we'd be interested in doing some stuff, and I just in the right place at the right time, and my talent actually just helped open that door for me.
But is it hard to check your ego when Clooney's up there acting and they say, "All right, cut," and the director says something like, "Okay, jump off this building and land on your back on the concrete"? Is it kind of like is it irritating at all, or you think, "Well, no, it's my job"?
Well, I say it's not irritating at all because first of all, you get to. For what I did was I got to wear the bat suit.
Yeah, well, that's pretty cool, yeah.
There's only about a half a dozen people on the planet that can probably say that.
That's true.
Right, yeah.
And listen, that's a job, but it's a very well-paying job.
I guarantee
and the joke we had on the set was George Clooney was my voice double.
Do you get, is it paid by stunt or by movie?
Both.
Right.
Oh, wow.
You get paid a weekly salary to be a stuntman, and you essentially are risking your life and limb at different times depending on the stunt and the action. So they give you bonuses and things like that for stunts well done, and they don't if the stunt doesn't come out well. So it's a fairly lucrative position. Although, like you said, you are hitting the ground a lot and you're taking a lot of abuse. So it's a short-lived profession, that's for sure.
Chris Cassamassa is who we're talking to now. Is an author of Bully Proof Fitness. I want to ask you about the 8 levels of being a black belt. We have heard this. I've heard this my entire life. 8 levels. What exactly how do you get the 6th, 7th, and 8th level? Is there a level above that? At some point, do you just levitate yourself? Is that the test, and you can do that? What happens? How do you become an 8th degree black belt?
Yeah, you levitate yourself. You walk on water, and all at the same time. No, that's actually a great question, and no one really has ever asked me that question, so it's good. It's got a little bit of a lengthy answer, but first of all, how many ranks or levels are there? It really all depends on the system and style of martial arts. Mm-hmm. The most popular styles around will have 10 degrees of black belt. Mm-hmm. There are a few out there that have 12, and some only have 7. So it really depends, like I said, on the style. Once you get past 5th degree and you get to 6, 7, 8, 9, it kind of becomes almost like military service, meaning time in. Like the longer your time is in the martial arts,
right.
Time served, what you've done in the community to help empower other people to learn how to be leaders like you,
how
nice. You teach, train, and coach people. So all those things are taken into consideration. It's not about learning like a new technique or a new move. It's more about your contribution, your give back to the community in which you serve.
That's awesome.
That's really how you move up in the levels. Actually, I think the thing you're reading where it says 8th degree is actually a little dated. Last year, actually got promoted to 9th degree.
Oh, wow. Way to
You
go.
know what?
Respect.
That is an awesome answer. I was not, I was expecting, well, you have to break 8 ice blocks. At the same time, you have to fight 3 guys at the same time. If you do that and snatch the pebble, you're in 8th grade. Now, the answer you gave me the answer you gave me really gives me hope. That is awesome that it's about leadership, and that's how you give back, and that's how you get the next degree.
But let's talk about Bulletproof Fitness, okay? It's a new book you got out, and it helps parents teach their kids to win the battle against bullies, the belly, and create super ninjas. Tell us a little bit about the book.
All right. Thank you for that. So Bullyproof Fitness is basically a passion project of mine. As you said in the beginning of your show, with our interview here, I've spent literally my entire life in the martial arts. And I am not only a product of everything that the martial arts can be and become, but I've literally helped over 50,000 people become fit, strong, and healthy, and really more confident through the martial arts. But that's just a small portion of the amount of people that are in the United States and the world. So I'm just trying to go out and do something bigger and help, especially kids around the world get fit, strong, and healthy. Because listen, you really can't turn on the TV or the radio nowadays without hearing a story about a kid who's been bullied, ended up committing suicide, or a kid that is being bullied and started using drugs and things like that. Plus, the second part of that, of course, is the overweight. Childhood obesity is nearing epidemic proportions in the United States alone. There's almost 30 million kids that are considered overweight or obese, and that's a staggering number of kids. And really, what I'm trying to do with Bulletproof Fitness is put those two things together. And my mission, my passion, my purpose right now is by the year 2020, I want to have helped 1 million kids get fit, strong, and healthy. That's one of the reasons why I wrote the book, because I can't be everywhere all the time, but I can put the tips, the tricks, and the things that parents need to help their children, whether their kids are becoming overweight or they're already out of shape, or if their kids are getting bullied or picked on. I wanted to give them the tools that they need, the things that I would tell them if I was able to be there in person, so that they can help teach and empower and guide their kids down the path for success later on in life.
Well, okay, let's talk about the bully situation. Now, when I was growing up, if you got bullied, the best way to do it is just to face the bully head on, and most of the time you take your lumps. Kind of like when Andy Griffith told Opie, just, confront he got a black eye, but the bully went away. But in 2018, it's a little bit different.
Weapons,
stuff,
kids
stuff
have
like
guns.
that.
Yeah.
And you've got. That's a great point and a great thing. And listen, with the way they showed bullies on TV and movies back in the day, I mean, that was more fantasy than it was reality. The reality of the situation is, a bully bullies you once and you take your lumps and they leave you alone. That doesn't really happen. They continue to do it because it's a dominance thing where they continue to bully the kid. Now, with social media, now what happens is the kid gets bullied or picked on. 5 other kids are filming that and posting that crap online.
Yeah.
So the weapon isn't a knife or a gun. The weapon is social media. And that just helps to make it worse, make the kids feel worse. And the kids don't know what to do. And look, here's the thing. You were a kid, I was a kid. Kids are evil little bastards.
Yes.
They don't understand what they're doing, or even if they do, they don't understand the impact of what's going on. Their mind hasn't matured enough. Bullying will stem from problems at home. Kids that are bullied or abused by their parents end up being bullies. So there's so many different factors and so many different ways it can happen, but it really, really is a tough problem that I'm out there. And thank you, by the way, for putting me on the show and helping me get the message out, because I really appreciate that.
Oh, my pleasure, man.
I'm very, very passionate about helping kids.
There are in my history here, there is real confidence and fake confidence. We used to have a football coach around here that called it fake juice and real juice. And I think that what you're getting at with your book and what you're talking about with fitness and the techniques that you teach, it becomes real confidence, and especially with boys, boys need real confidence when they walk into classrooms, when they walk into boardrooms, when they walk in anywhere in life, that you can tell the guys that walk tall and they have confidence. And this is what I think is what you're getting at.
Yeah, that actually is part of it. And to your point, you are right. Boys need it, but I got to be honest with you. Honestly, and having a daughter myself, listen, girls need it more. There are so many just bad dudes out there, really. And, sometimes it makes me embarrassed to be a guy. There's so many scumbag guys out there, for lack of a better term, that just trying to take advantage of girls and women. And anybody that has a daughter, I tell them, listen, get them into martial arts, get them into gymnastics, something that, and you're right on the aspect of, it's the way that you walk, it's the way that you carry yourself, it's the way you hold your head up high. All those things lead to you not being picked on, and it comes from learning an art form or becoming confident in yourself. So whatever your coach told you is right up the ballpark of kind of what we're talking about as well.
Chris Cassamassa, listen, man, we sure appreciate you taking the time, and we want you back because we got the tip of the iceberg, and that's it. But please do yourself a favor and go to bullyprooffitness.com and check it out. Get the book. Chris, thanks so much for the time, man.
And Chris, there's going to be so many people that are going to be mad at us because we didn't get to the Scorpion and Mortal Kombat part. So all the little, the little.
When I come back on, man, we'll definitely chat about that.
We got to talk about that
for sure.
Thanks for calling, Chris. Have a great night.
Chris Cassamassa. Thank you, buddy.
All right, man. We could have gone another half hour.
No, he's a badass. The guy's I mean, we didn't even get to look him up on the internet. You'll see all the things he's been in.
I bet you he would like a type of pizza, Dwight.
I bet he would love a Bear Nose pizza. More specifically, a Mama Bear Nose pizza, the only pizza that's allowed in the Witten household. Let me tell you, if you try to walk through the threshold of the Witten's front door with another pizza, I'm going to go Chris Cassamassa on you. I'm going to chase you out with the ball-headed end of my wife's broom. It's that good. 40 years they've been in business. They're Louisville people making Louisville pizza, and when you go to the restaurant, you're supporting Louisville people. They're constantly giving back to the community. Bear Nose pizza. Yeah, it's that good.
Haley will join us again for the last break. We're going to give her a choice between two types of men. No, two types of men. We'll give her a choice. Hang out here on News Radio 840.
That's basically two types of men, the hot, successful one or the fat, frumpy one.
Oh, no. You're
not that frumpy, dude.
It's WHAS.
Tony and Dwight on News Radio 840 WHAS.